Okay, last week we had the Ravens beating the Broncos. I had picked the Broncos, as well as 95% of the nation. I had the Patriots beating Houston, which, once again, 95% of the nation had the Patriots beating Houston. I had the Falcons beating Seattle. People were 50-50 about that game. And I had the Packers beating the 49ers. Again, that was a 50-50 game. So we have, as a result, Baltimore versus the Patriots, a rematch of last year's championship game. Baltimore should have won that game last year, but missed fucking 2 field goals. And the Patriots should have been sent home packing, and we wouldn't have to hear about Brady trying to break Joe Montana's record of Super Bowl appearances and all this bullshit. This game, first of all, let's talk about how lucky Baltimore was to beat the Broncos. Peyton Manning, I will defend Peyton Manning till death. He will always be my favorite quarterback, and he will always be the best quarterback, best regular season quarterback in the history of the NFL. That's a simple fact. Now in the playoffs, I know he's 9-11, nothing special, only one Super Bowl. He's been one and done 8 times. You know, I can't defend it. There's nothing to say. He's just, I wouldn't say a choker, but he's, you know, because most of the time, his performances haven't been that horrible. Every single time he loses the game, a coach says he played more than well enough to win. The Broncos scored 35 points. If you score 35 points and still lose the game, it can't be all on the quarterback. Apologies to the Ravens. I said they were shit. I still think they're shit, but they definitely outhearted the Broncos. But please stop making it like Joe Flacco, some fucking ultimate beast. He fucking threw 2 lob pussy boy passes, threw it up in the air on 3rd and long, 4th and long, whatever it was, and Champ Bailey swipes at it, and nothing happens. It didn't even look like he tried. This play should have been batted down, game over, Broncos win. It didn't happen like that. I'm not saying you don't give Flacco credit for making the completion, but don't make it like he's the greatest quarterback since Joe Montana when he fucking made 2 cheap lob passes that should have been broken up and weren't. Again, you know, Ray Rice was used right. I said he wouldn't have been used right, but he was used correctly, got 140 yards. I still think he should have been used more, but can't argue with the results. Then the Patriots versus Houston. The Houston Texans seriously need to be banned from playoff contention from now on because they're just a waste. They're a fucking waste. There's no way that team can get better than they got this year. Matt Schaub is not getting any better. His great years are behind him because the guy is just average. I thought he was elite. He's not. He's fucking average. Andre Johnson's not going to get better because he's past his prime. Arian Foster was amazing, but he can't get better. There's no way to get... I mean, you can have an Adrian Peterson type year, but, you know, other than that, you can't possibly go any better. J.J. Watt and the defense can't possibly... You know, the defense overall could possibly have a better year, but J.J. Watt himself was a beast this year, and... You know, where was he versus the Patriots? I didn't see. I seen him versus my team, my Jets. He fucking dominated like the beast and the monster that he is. But versus the Patriots, he just lays back and does nothing. You know, he spit on the logo before the game started. He said he did that to every team. I've never heard of it before till now, so I don't know if that's true or not. But, you know, J.J. Watt got a little respect from me for doing that, just because I can't stand the Patriots. But if you're going to go out and play like shit, you know, whatever. Regardless, I shouldn't even have to talk about Houston, because they're a waste. They're a waste of breath. I hope the Colts just win that division every year now, because the Texans obviously can't do nothing in the playoffs. Let's go to the other side. Oh, so Baltimore, New England. I'll come back to the prediction at the end of that. The other side, we have the Falcons beating Seattle. I told all you fucking Seattle wannabe people saying that this team is a Super Bowl. They were never a Super Bowl contender. They shouldn't have made the playoffs in the first place between that Green Bay call in the second game of the year with the replacement refs. They should have lost to the Patriots in the regular season. They were 3-5 on the road. They went to Washington the week before and should have got destroyed if RG3 didn't get hurt. And they should have got destroyed this week. You know, the Falcons had so many chances to put that team away, just like the Redskins did, and they didn't do it. But Falcons, you know, they went down the field to Tony Gonzo, which I told you the Falcons, the Seahawks could not stop Tony Gonzo. I said that. I knew 100%. I knew if it's possible they had the 2 big cornerbacks to stop Julio Jones and Roddy White. And if Matt Ryan could fucking hit Roddy White more than 3 times, he had him wide open 6 times and missed him every single time. So if that happens, the Falcons do put the 40 that I projected it to be. And, you know, the Seahawks wouldn't have even been in that game. But nonetheless, the Falcons won. Not by as much as I thought, but nonetheless, the Falcons are going to the championship game. And then the other game, the 49ers versus the Packers. What the fuck, Packers? I thought Clay Matthews and this defense was ready to go, and they were complete shit. Colin Kaepernick just dominated. He's a fucking beast. He is a monster, this kid. Anyone who doesn't think this kid's for real now, open your eyes. This kid he's legit. And 49ers did beat the Packers, and Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if it was all his fault, but nonetheless, the Packers as a whole, the last 2 seasons in the playoffs, have just came away empty. That one Super Bowl they won against the Steelers is only, to me, it was only because the Steelers didn't play very well. So, you know, I think if the Packers played anyone else in that Super Bowl, they don't win, and they would have still been waiting for 20+ years for another Super Bowl since Brett Favre won. Whatever. Anyway, let's get off topic. Packers are done. 49ers are in. Now you got 49ers versus Atlanta. Then you got New England versus Baltimore. Last week I said this would be the week that the highest scoring championship series you've ever seen would occur. Turns out it backfires. Last week was the highest scoring divisional series in the history of the NFL. There was 207 points scored or whatever it was. And that was the highest scoring ever. So, you know, my crystal ball was 1 week too, you know, it was too late. But Baltimore versus New England should be a good game. It's either going to be, you know, 31-27 or the Patriots are going to dominate. Obviously, I don't see the Ravens destroying the Patriots. So, in that case, I'm going to go with, I want Baltimore to win, obviously, because fuck the Patriots. But I'm going to have to stick with the Patriots and say that they will beat Baltimore. Because, again, Baltimore probably shouldn't be here right now, but they are. So it is what it is. And I say, you know, I'll give it the 31-27 score. Patriots winning, going to the Super Bowl. And we're going to have to deal with another 2 fucking weeks of hearing about Tom Brady, which makes me sick. And I'm not even going to watch ESPN. I don't want to fucking hear about this bitch. So we got bitch in the Super Bowl. And on the other side, between Falcons and 49ers, you know, I got some 49ers friends. And they might not be too pleased with this, but I honestly think the Falcons, I had a hunch about the Falcons all season. And I'm saying I'm going to stick with them. I think if Matt Ryan could fucking finally put together a complete game, they should beat the San Francisco 49ers in a pretty decently high-scoring game. And if that doesn't happen, what the hell was that about? If that doesn't happen, the 49ers defense will stop Matt Ryan and win that game. If Matt Ryan doesn't put it together, the San Francisco 49ers are going to eat him alive. They will eat him alive. I don't think that's going to happen, but obviously that's the scenario that the San Francisco 49ers will win. I don't think Kaepernick has the week he had last week for 2 reasons. Number one, the Falcons have prepared for a quarterback like Kaepernick because they just faced Russell Wilson. They have a little bit of advantage that way. And I honestly think the Falcons defense will step up, make some plays versus Kaepernick, enough plays to stop him, and win the game, we'll say 34-24. And, you know, that's not even really a close score, but I just see it that way. I see, I'm not going to say the 49ers offense is a fluke because Kaepernick's a beast. But I think last week was a Green Bay Packers mishap more so than it was the San Francisco 49ers dominating. Besides Kaepernick is a beast. I'm not taking anything away from this kid. Makes Harbaugh look like a genius for starting him over Alex Smith. Everyone said Alex Smith should be starting like I thought. I was wrong. Kaepernick is the starter. Should have been the starter. Great play by Mr. Harbaugh. With that said, I got the Falcons. I got the Falcons versus the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And all I can say, I'm not going to tell you who I'm going to pick yet. But I just can say what I hope. God Almighty, if you're there, please, God, let the fucking Falcons beat the Patriots. Please. Please, please, please. I do not, and I cannot bear watching Tom Brady hold that fucking trophy again. I cannot. I will jump out my fucking window. I can't do it. I won't do it. Please. You know, let the Giants come back. If Falcons ain't going to do it, let the Giants come back and beat them. I hate the Giants too, but my God, I hate it. I like anyone more than I like the Patriots. So So next week we'll talk about Super Bowl, and probably talk about some baseball, some NHL, and that'll be that. But for this video, like I said, I got Falcons beating the 49ers, and I got the Patriots beating the Ravens. If I'm lucky enough, the Ravens will beat the Patriots. I'm glad to be wrong about that one. I would hope to God that Ray Lewis and the Ravens step up and beat the Patriots. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I would hope to God that does happen. And on the other side, I say Falcons 40. I wouldn't mind if 49ers won, though. Don't get me. I don't like I hate the 49ers. The 49ers win, they win. Whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I just think the Falcons, and I've had that feeling about them all year. So that'll be that. And let's hope these games are good.